As we move through this course, there's going to be quite a few times where we're going to jump out into the interface and take a look at working. And I'm going to walk you through examples, and there may even be some places where we write some code. Now, the best way to learn anything about any aspect of computing is really simple. First of all, you kind of need to have a head knowledge of what's going on. That's kind of easy to give you here in this format that we're working in. But the single best way to learn about anything computing is simple. That is, just get hands-on with it. Once you understand what tools to use, and once you have a general understanding of why we're trying to do certain things, you just need to get some hands-on with it. As we move through the course, you're going to see a lot of demonstrations and examples, and we're going to jump out into SQL Server Management Studio, and we're going to create things and move things around and look at examples. And every time we do that, any code that you see me write, you can find it out there in the working files folder. Now, the reason I'm putting this in a separate video like this is because I will kind of nerd out on whatever technology, whatever aspect of the databases that we're working on, and I will forget to mention this, okay? I've got a little note up here, but still I forget it. So anytime you see me writing up a query or a stored procedure or doing anything that involves writing very much code, if you'll look in the working files folder for that chapter, you will see that code example out there. It will be in a file that has a .sql extension. That is a Transact SQL script file. If it's any different, I will point that out. The .sql file can be opened inside the query window in SQL Server Management Studio. If that doesn't make sense, just hang on, you'll see it later. Or you can open it with any text editor. Just right click on that .sql file and open with whatever your text editing program is. This is the best way to understand what's going on. Now, I want you to follow along with me as I move through these examples in the course. But I understand a lot of times it's hard to follow me as I'm typing and fat fingering things and backspacing. And sometimes if the code's too large, we might paste it in. I don't like to paste in code, but sometimes it's just better to just paste it in, explain it generally, and let you come back and look at it later. But the bottom line is I want you to follow along with me. Then I want you to have a resource that you can go back and load this code up if yours is not working, or better yet, and I'd love for you to do this on everything to really accelerate that learning. Watch what we do in the course, watch what we do together in the example. And then later, when there's no interruptions, go out there and open that example up, that finished example that we had. Grab that code in the working files folder. See if you can tweak it and add some other functionality or change it in some way. Just jump into it, get some of those bizarre error messages, chase them down. That's when you really start to learn. And that's when you're really starting to gain real world experience. So just keep that in mind. As you look around out there, check the working files folder, look for the chapter that we're working in, and you will find any examples code type situations that requires anything that you see me have to type in that you need to remember and be aware of. So just wanted to make sure that you know that resource is out there for you.